क्व कर्ता क्व च वा भोक्ता निष्क्रियं स्फुरणं क्व वा क्व अपरोक्षं फलं क्व वा निḥsvabhāvasya मे sadā. Where is the doer? Where is the enjoyer? Where is the cessation of thoughts or the rising of thoughts? Where is the direct knowledge or reflected knowledge for me, who am ever devoid of natural attributes? In a jiva, his ego, his sense of I, and this sense I ignites desire, and this desire ignites mind sense, enjoyership. I sense is the doer, mind sense is the enjoyer. Only when BM functions with ego sense, then the doership and enjoyership arises in a jiva. Who is an enjoyer? The enjoyer is neither real nor unreal. Why? The real cannot be an enjoyer because the real lacks nothing. Na bhavo vidyate sata. While the enjoyership comes to an end, na lipyate. The unreal also cannot be an enjoyer because the unreal has no existence. Nasato vidyate bhava. In the unreal there is no consciousness. Therefore, in the unreal there cannot be even the imagination of enjoyership. It means the doership and enjoyership are neither real nor unreal. In the union of the real and unreal, also there is neither doership nor enjoyership, because as the union of the day and night is impossible, so the union of the real and the unreal is also impossible. When a spiritual aspirant discriminately, totally renounces attachment to the body, wipes off the sense of I and mine, which we have learnt that actually do not exist, then he remains neither a doer nor an enjoyer. Only divine entity remains in him. Where is the doer or enjoyer? Where is it? Who is hearing this talk right now? There is only one thing, that is the same one is hearing and speaking. There is only one, consciousness speaking with consciousness. Without a notion of yourself, this is your perceived reality also. This is what you are seeing. But many times, this is not what you are saying. Next time some words appear from your mouth, find out who spoke them. Is there really somebody sitting over there and saying it? Where do these words come from? There is only God, there is only consciousness. Hearing, speaking, acting, all of this is appearing within your being, within consciousness. various appearances are happening within consciousness. Cessation of thoughts or arising of thoughts is also possible where there is mind actively working. Mind is but a bundle of thoughts. Thoughts pushed by desires, attachments, hatred, impressions, etc. pass through the mind. For any rising or ceasing, a media is required. For a fountain to rise and cease, the stream of water is required. For sun to rise and cease, the medium of sky is required, on which sun is perceived to be rising and ceasing. For thoughts to be rising and ceasing, mind is required. If there is no mind, in which medium thoughts will arise and thoughts will be understood to have ceased. When the mind is transcended in samadhi, there can be no movement of thoughts, no arising of thoughts, no ceasing of thoughts. Now coming to direct and indirect knowledge. Indirect knowledge, when an object is seen, the reflected consciousness falls on the object, and then the image of the object reaches our senses through our sight, and our sense exactly captures and produces the same replica image of the object within us in our sense perception. Chinmaya explains this thus: sight of objects creates disturbance in mind called vritti. This vritti glows in the light of consciousness. With that glow, the vritti culminates into knowledge, and this culmination is expressed as phalaṃ. Direct knowledge, aparokṣa anubhuti, direct, intuitive, subjective experience of the self. Since there is no knowledge object involved in this is objectless awareness, as Chinmaya writes in a commentary on a verse in Viveka Chudamani. The seer exists verily as self. He has no mind whether self that he exists as is reflected consciousness or absolute pure consciousness. And there is no thought to even think, I am aware, I have aparokṣa anubhuti. And towards the end of the verse, it says, niḥsvabhāvasya me sadā, who am ever devoid of natural attributes. Gunas. Any guna can arise when there is imbalance between the sattva, rajas and tamas. In the first ever creation, as long as these gunas were in perfect balance, creation could not have emerged. Only when there is disturbance or imbalance in the three gunas, each of them may be required for some purpose. And for a yogi, when all the three gunas are in perfect alignment, perfect balance, with none of the three overweighing the other two, when they are balanced thus, there is no attribute, what we call as nirguna nirakara. So he says, I am ever devoid of any natural attributes. I have no attributes, I have no gunas. Because all the three are in perfect balance, or we may say in that perfect balance, all the three gunas have been transcended. So no gunas. Where is the doer or the enjoyer? Where is the cessation of thoughts or the rising of thoughts? Where is the direct knowledge or reflected knowledge? For me, who am ever devoid of natural attributes. This chapter is the concluding chapter of this most sacred, most profound, most subtle treatise. And in the final chapter, final climax verses, obviously would be at this height, unimaginable height. It takes hundreds and hundreds of births to go beyond the doership and enjoyership. To discriminate between direct and indirect knowledge, and to go beyond direct and indirect knowledge. And to remain, to exist without attributes, hundreds and hundreds of births it takes. And here are the two realized masters, Ashtavakra and Janaka, are sharing their absolute state of perfection, having transcended the creation. Salutations to them. Salutations to all the realized masters in the creation who existed or who are existing. Hari Om Tat Sat.